Operation Artichoke, also known as Project Artichoke, was a covert program initiated by the Central Intelligence Agency in the early 1950s. The project aimed to explore the limits of human endurance and the potential for mind control through the use of drugs, hypnosis, and other psychological techniques. This article delves into the origins, methods, and ethical implications of Operation Artichoke, shedding light on one of the most controversial chapters in the history of the CIA. Operation Artichoke officially began on August 20th, 1951, as a successor to Project Bluebird, which was deemed insufficiently comprehensive. The primary goal of Operation Artichoke was to determine whether a person could be involuntarily made to perform an act of attempted assassination. This objective was rooted in the fear that communist adversaries had developed mind control techniques that could be used against American interests. The project was operated by the CIA's Office of Scientific Intelligence and involved collaboration with the intelligence divisions of the Army, Navy, Air Force, and FBI. A memo from January 1952 outlined the scope of the project, asking, "Can we get control of an individual to the point where he will do our bidding against his will, and even against fundamental laws of nature, such as self-preservation?" Operation Artichoke employed a variety of methods to achieve its objectives, including the use of drugs, hypnosis, and total isolation. Initially, agents experimented with substances like cocaine, marijuana, heroin, peyote, and mescaline. However, they increasingly saw LSD as the most promising drug for mind control. Subjects were often dosed with LSD without their knowledge, leading to amnesia and other vulnerable states. One of the most notorious aspects of Operation Artichoke was its use of hypnosis. The CIA explored whether individuals could be hypnotized to perform acts against their will, including assassination. A 1954 CIA memo pondered whether a hypnotized subject could be made to attempt an assassination involuntarily. The memo suggested that the subject could be drugged at a social event, hypnotized, and then induced to carry out the act at a later date. The project also involved extreme forms of psychological and physical harassment. Subjects were subjected to electroshock therapy, extremes of temperature and sound, and other forms of abuse. These methods were intended to break down the individual's existing mental state and create a blank slate for new behaviors to be programmed. Sidney Gottlieb, a chemist and CIA officer, played a significant role in Operation Artichoke. Gottlieb was obsessed with the potential of LSD and other drugs for mind control and pushed the experiments to their limits. He was supported by CIA Director Allen Dulles and later by Dulles' brother, John Foster Dulles, who served as Secretary of State. One of the most tragic incidents associated with Operation Artichoke was the death of Frank Olson, a biological scientist working on the project. Olson fell from a hotel window in New York City in 1953, and his death was officially ruled a suicide. However, many believe that Olson was murdered because he knew too much about the project's unethical experiments. Operation Artichoke, like its successor Project MKUltra, is widely regarded as one of the most unethical programs ever conducted by the US government. The experiments were often carried out on unwitting subjects, including prisoners, patients, and even CIA agents. These individuals were subjected to severe psychological and physical trauma, leading to long-term mental health issues and, in some cases, death. The project's ethical violations have been the subject of numerous investigations and public outcry. In the 1970s, the US Senate conducted hearings on CIA mind control programs, revealing the extent of the agency's abuses. These hearings led to greater oversight of intelligence activities and a re-evaluation of the ethical standards governing human experimentation. Operation Artichoke represents a dark chapter in the history of the CIA and American intelligence. The project's pursuit of mind control through drugs, hypnosis, and psychological torture highlights the lengths to which the agency was willing to go in the name of national security. While the full extent of the project's impact may never be known, its legacy serves as a cautionary tale about the dangers of unchecked government power and the ethical boundaries of scientific research. The revelations about Operation Artichoke and similar programs have prompted ongoing debates about the balance between security and human rights. As we continue to grapple with these issues, The lessons of Operation Artichoke remind us of the importance of transparency, accountability, and ethical integrity in all aspects of government and scientific endeavor.